pretty straightforward, pretty basic. I'm going to show you 4 tarot decks. You can pick one. And I'm going to do a general reading with some additional oracle cards and my new Zenacast Tarot coins. And we will go from there. So the first deck to choose from is the Star Spinner Tarot, which are these cards here. They're really pretty. The second one is the Crow Tarot, one of my favorites, which are these cards. The third possible choice is the Chinese Tarot, which are cards that look something like that. And the fourth will be the cards that came with the Zenacast coins, which are just these. They don't really have a box, they're just kind of plain, but they're just, that's, you know. So whichever deck you feel drawn to, that's the one you should choose, and then I will put timestamps for each deck in the description, and you can go from there. So we're going to start with the Star Spinner Tarot. I'm going to shuffle them right now, not exactly on camera because they're down here, on the floor right now. But like, space in the house has been harder to find now that everybody's home and there's constantly stuff going on. I apologize for any background noise. The cat's also in here, so he may just cause trouble like he does. Alright, I want you to focus. I'm going to focus too. We're going to see what the cards have to say. If you chose this deck, what is your message? Alright, breaking the deck. This card wants to come out for some reason. We've got the 10 of Cups, 10 of Chalices. We've got Judgment. Okay, so 10s. We're talking about ends of cycles right now, guys. And one more, just for fun. We've got Death. Another end. Okay, wow. Your message could not be clearer. You're coming to the end of something. For better or worse, right? When you talk about the 10 of Cups, you're talking about a good end. You're talking about coming into something where you're finally at that point where you can relax, you're comfortable, your needs are met, you're emotionally fulfilled. So that's a good thing. And Judgment, which is clarity, and again, kind of this end. I mean, the traditional card is like of a resurrection. So maybe putting something behind you now that you've seen clearly that it's not good for you and you can move on to something better. And the Death card, which is interesting in this deck, which again is the closing of a chapter. So whatever's going on for you, you're definitely seeing the end of something. Now, sometimes ends are scary. Every end is a new beginning. Remember that. Sometimes it's hard to let go of what we're used to or what we're comfortable with. Sometimes we deep down feel like we don't deserve it. And so it can be hard for us to embrace an ending because it's like too good to be true or something like that. But you should trust that you know, if something good is happening to you, you know, you deserve it. It's worth it. Feel free to make the leap. Some coins. A little bag of tarot coins. The first one that comes up, the 6 of Wands. Victory! Well, let's just say. The 7 of Cups. Okay, so again, some choices. You're coming to the end of something, and because you're coming to an end, there's going to be some choices as you take a step towards the next new thing. And the 7 of Swords. Okay, so that's 2 7s. again, it's about choices. The Seven of Swords, the traditional card, shows the guy kind of sneaking off. He's stealing some swords from an encampment, and you kind of think betrayal or getting away with something. Usually when I see the Seven of Swords, I tell people to look out, that, here you are, you're on the brink of something new and wonderful. Just watch for the people who want to stab you in the back, the people who might want to snatch away the good thing that's happening to you, the opportunity, not to freak you out, but just to keep your eyes open. But, like, if you're the person who's getting away with something, in this case, it's more like a choice. It's like, what are you choosing to do? Are you choosing to do something underhanded in order to get something? I guess is the question I'm posing here. And like the coins don't necessarily say that that's what's happening. Like the Seven of Cups is a choice, and then the Seven of Swords is also kind of a choice. It's a choice to steal something. And like, maybe if you're the guy who's working for the other army, and you're like, if I go in and I steal their swords, they won't be able to fight us and we can win, and that's your Six of Wands victory. I'm just saying, be sure that whatever your ultimate, your Ten of Cups is, don't use underhanded means to get there, because I feel like then you're setting yourself up for some bad karma. Alright, like, do everything in an honest kind of way. Does that make sense? Okay. Anyway, we're going to do the Moonology cards. Hang on. Just going to shuffle these real quick. And we can see if we can get a little something else from full moon. Surrender to the divine. Alright. So there you go. I mean, here you are, you're facing this like ending, and again, like sometimes when you come to the end of something, you have this tendency to want to slam on the brakes and stop the end from happening. You're trying to avoid it. You're trying to avoid the closure because that's scary. And the cards are saying, don't go with it, surrender to it. It's all going to be to the good in the end. And then finally, I'm going to do a little fortune cookie reading. These little fortune cookie cards. Aren't they cute? I love these. I think it's this one. Property. A property purchase or sale for many, but heed security concerns in any transaction. So there's your, again, like there's your Seven of Swords. Just be aware, heed some concerns, like don't, like, just keep your eyes open is basically the bottom line there. So that is the reading for those of you who chose the Star Spinner Tarot, and I hope that was that was clear to you, resonated with you. If it didn't, it is a general reading, and not everybody's going to feel the same way about it. But yeah. And then we will move on to the Crow Tarot. Those of you who chose the Crow Tarot, this is going to be your reading. Shuffle these cards. I've got the cat down here, so if you hear anything weird on the microphone, it's because the cat is walking around right by the microphone right now. Okay. The Sun. Well, that's a good sign. And the Six of Swords, which is moving away from a difficult time, and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so holding on to what you have, sometimes in a miserly way. So what I get from this is, like, overall good things. The Sun and the Six of Swords are both good news as a rule. But this Four of Pentacles, this is very similar to the Star Spinner Tarot reading. It's that whole, you're trying to hold on to what you have, you're afraid of losing what you already have, but to get to sunnier climes, you're gonna have to leave some stuff behind. You're gonna have to take the boat that that the Six of Swords in the traditional card goes on, and that might mean having to let go of some of those pentacles. So only you can decide whether or not you want to do that, but you're going to be better off making that move, I think. I'm going to use the tarot coins from Zenacast. What do I have? Oh, Ten of Swords. I don't mean to make you scared. No, so that means that the worst has happened. The rock bottom has happened. Three of Pentacles. I'll show you these coins are kind of cool. So that's building something new. Okay, so this all makes perfect sense. Oh, and Judgment. Very cool. Okay, so again, Judgment showed up again in the Star Spinner reading as well. So if you want to go back and watch that one, it wouldn't be a bad thing. Sorry, my cat is doing something really weird right now. I'm trying to decide if he's doing something he shouldn't, but I need to stop him. Crowley! Oh, Crowley, get out of there. Okay. Sorry about that. You may still be able to hear Crowley. He found a napkin and he likes to rip up paper towels, napkins, Kleenex, stuff like that. Because cat. Anyway, back to your reading. So, as I was saying, the cards say that you may have to let go of something in order to move on to something better. The Ten of Swords coin suggests that you've hit rock bottom. You can't really go any lower. But the Three of Coins means building something new and better. So I think paired with the Six of Swords, it's again, moving on, building up to that Four of Pentacles that you will eventually have again. You'll have back the thing you're afraid of giving up, and you'll have it in a better situation. And the Judgment, which is just that clarity that you're seeking, and to see a situation clearly. So let's do some Moonology. Now that Crowley has ripped up his thing, what do we have? New Moon in Taurus. Prosperity lies ahead. So there, that's pretty that's pretty direct. Again, you're gonna have to maybe give up a little something. But it'll be worth it for what you want, for that sun. And we're gonna do one more. It's gonna be one of these little, jealousy. Ooh. Watch who you trust with your personal secrets and plans. Spend time outdoors with nature to reconnect and replenish. Okay, so, here you are. You're in a situation where you're going to need to give up a little something in order to move on, and build something better and get to a better place. Prosperity lies ahead, but you are going to just need to be a little circumspect about who you tell about these things that the changes you're making, the plans you're making, because someone might be jealous, someone might take action against you, and again, this is very similar to the Star Spinner reading, so you may want to go back and watch that one as well. But yeah, that seems to be the sum total of what's going on with you. Oh, I'm sorry, I nudged the mic there. And Hopefully this resonated with you. If not, again, it's a general reading. Not everything is going to like resonate for everyone. But in the meantime, we are going to move on to, there's Carly. We're going to move on to the Chinese Tarot. So if you chose the Chinese Tarot, this is going to be your reading. I'm just going to adjust the camera a little. What are you doing, Carly? Causing trouble. This is a cat toy back here. If you're seeing this, it's like his little waffle. He doesn't care about waffle though. It's not one of his favorites. Alright, I'm going to shuffle the Chinese Tarot. Let's focus a little bit here. What do the people who chose the Chinese Tarot, what do they need to know? Okay, first card, the Lovers. Second card, Two of Coins. And the third card is the Four of Coins. Okay. Alrighty then. So the Lovers can refer traditionally to a relationship, but early versions of the card also really kind of referred to making a choice of some kind. I mean, it is the card of Gemini, which is kind of a two-sided thing. And then you've got the Two of Coins, which also is kind of balancing, juggling, and the Four of Coins, which is, it's interesting because in this card, he looks kind of like he's balancing, and yet the Four of Coins tends to be a card of like stuck motion. So what we have is like motion and not. Does that make sense? It's almost like it's a choice, and it's a choice whether to stay put or not. If that makes sense to you. And like, this is a general reading, so take that however resonates for you. But like, if you're talking about people coming together, and it's interesting because this is the Lovers, but this is the card that really shows two people who seem to be coming together, right? So, it's almost like the difference between sharing your resources and keeping everything to yourself, or there seems to be some kind of dynamic where the options are to stay put and not share, or to make a move, but to make that move means also to have to share resources. I don't know if that's what I'm getting, and that's what I'm like sensing. I don't know if that makes sense to you who are watching this. I am going to pull some tarot coins and see if we can get any additional information here. The Six of Cups. Well, hold it like this so you can actually see it, right? Okay, so again, that's like a nostalgia. It's like going back to something. The King of Cups, which is a person, maybe you, maybe somebody you know, someone compassionate, but also, and maybe a little bit sensitive. And the Ace of Wands, which again is like a new beginning. Interesting. So the Six of Cups is kind of a nostalgia, and it's kind of like a person from your childhood or your past coming back, or an emotion from your childhood. Like you're starting to feel nostalgic, you're thinking back to things, or people. There's something that spurs basically this nostalgia, and yet the opposite is this like Ace of Wands, which is like something brand new, like a brand new idea, a brand new, creative force. And so since this is the King of Cups, I feel like he's attached to the Six of Cups. This is someone from your past or someone you're remembering, or you could be the King of Cups in this. Even if you're a woman, like, you are kind of immersed in this deep emotional feeling, and you're kind of with the Lovers and even the Two of Coins, or actually the Lovers and the Four of Coins, where you're kind of stuck in this tide of sentimentality, versus the Two of Coins and the Ace of Wands. Wands are full of energy, and the Two of Coins, again, is this kind of juggling. And I feel like what you're being told is you gotta break free of this kind of, it's like you keep going over the same things in your mind over and over again, and you're not getting anywhere. And you need to spark something new and start having more hobbies or doing more stuff. I know it's hard right now at the time that I'm filming this. A lot of people aren't able to go out and do as much, but you're kind of stagnant, kind of caught up in this old stuff, these old feelings, and they're dragging you down, and they're holding you down, and it's kind of like a weight. It's this Four of Coins weighing you down, and you need to start fresh, if that makes any sense. I'm gonna do a Moonology card for you. Waxing Moon. The energy is gaining momentum. So maybe you felt stuck, but that wave of energy is coming. That's good news. That's something really hopeful. It doesn't mean just sit and wait for it. I mean, I think you should help it along. But, and then one of these. Sexuality. Existing relationships could find a new passion and heightened sexual attraction. Opportunities for marriage and good family life are strong, but if single, beware of temptation that could lead to trouble. A child will also bring great joy. So that's, yeah. I mean, maybe that Ace of Wands, Sorry about that. My camera froze up on me and I wasn't sure if it was still recording. So the sexuality card might correspond to the Ace of Wands I was saying, and a new spark, a new love interest, something along those lines might be coming for you, again, to loosen up any stagnation that you're feeling. Somebody new to kind of rid you of like this yearning for an old flame that you can't seem to get over. Take what resonates. We're going to go on to the last group, which is those of you who chose the Zenacast. Sorry, I keep forgetting to put that A in there. Zenacast. Those of you who wanted to read these cards along with the coins that I'm going to pull, let's see what the cards have to say to you. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And we have the Page of Swords. And we have the Two of Cups. Okay, well, Wheel of Fortune, changes coming your way. The Page of Swords. This is a young person, you or someone else who is curious. They have a lot of curiosity. Sorry, I gotta shift it's hard to sit on the floor for very long. They might also be a little bit cautious, suspicious. They ask a lot of questions. They're always trying to get at something, like they're trying to drill down and figure things out, maybe trying to figure you out. But then the Two of Cups, which is like, obviously like a relationship card, coming one-on-one together with somebody. Maybe your 7th house is activated right now, I don't know. But it's a situation in which changes to a relationship of some kind, or a new relationship may be coming in. And sorry, the cat is behind the computer and he's like causing trouble. Crowley, if you're gonna be there, like lay down and be still. Um, but definitely, like, this is definitely a relationship reading of some kind, or relationship is central to this reading. I'm going to pull the coins now and just see what else we get. The World. Oh! There it goes. The World. Which, you know, is kind of, again, the end of a cycle, coming to a conclusion on something. The Ten of Cups. Okay, so we've got the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Cups, the World. We definitely have, like, the end of a cycle, similar to that first reading I did. And the Ten of Pentacles. Oh my god. Okay. Wow. So, yeah. Coming to the end of something, it's relationship related, a one-on-one relationship. Doesn't have to be romantic. Can be a partnership. Can be, you know, some other just one-on-one thing, situation. I don't know where this Page of Swords fits in. I don't know if this is the person you are in a relationship with. I don't know if maybe you're going to meet somebody who has a child and this is the kid and he's, you know, the kid's trying to get to know you. It's a general reading, so there's a lot of different possible scenarios. But with all these tens, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, changes for the better. Like, the Ten of Cups is emotional fulfillment. The Ten of Pentacles is material security. Like, there's like a good, and the Two of Cups, like, there's a family element to this. There's a relationship that's stable and fulfilling, and then the World, which is kind of like having it all. It's like, it's finally getting to, you know, where you want to be and who you want to be with. And maybe this Page of Swords is the person, you know, maybe that's the person, the other person in this Two of Cups scenario, whether you know them or you're about to meet them or whatever. But it's all good. It's all good information. So, you know, just be prepared for it, I guess, as it comes. New Moon in Gemini. Communication is key. So yeah, you're definitely going to want to make sure your lines of communication are open to invite in this good energy, the good things that are coming your way. Maybe you're the Page of Swords and you tend to be a little bit like circumspect and a little bit standoffish, and right now, I mean, the swords are communication, so I want you to, even if you're being cautious, I want you to be open, right? So you can get this good outcome. Finally, we're going to get, health. Interesting. An excellent time to start an exercise program or diet. Many new friendships are on the horizon. There's that Two of Cups again. So if this is not an existing relationship, this is a relationship that's coming soon and is going to be fulfilling and is going to be stable, and you're just gonna, I mean, it's gonna be like you just click, and it is just, you know, it's gonna be really cool. You know, however you meet these days, meeting people in person is harder than it used to be, but you know, this is a timeless reading, so maybe you're reading this at another time, or maybe you live somewhere else where things are more open. But you know, even if it's somebody you meet online, there's good news, good things coming, good stuff ahead for you. So congratulations there. That does it for these readings. Hopefully one or more of them resonated with you. They are, like I said, general readings, so they aren't for everyone. Not everyone's going to find, you know, something that sounds or feels, you know, exactly right to them, and that's just the way these go. But thanks for tuning in. If you want to be aware of future readings, subscribe, and, you know, make sure you get alerts, and then you'll know whenever there's a new one. And tell me what kind of readings you want to hear. I think my yes and no readings do the best, so maybe next time I'll do another yes or no, you know, answer question kind of thing. But if there's a question you want me to answer via reading, let me know that too. All right?